Future world is born today. It's EPCOT Day! All aboard the Main Street Station. Welcome, my friends. This is your Disney DJ, Nick Barbera, and I will be your guide for this edition of Main Street Station. I hope you are enjoying the week so far. I know that right now my week has been completely crazy, but that's okay. It is understandable where the stress is coming from. Finals are being formatted by our professors. It is time for registration for a brand new semester in the spring here in Manhattanville. And of course, I myself have been stressed because of this, and just a lot of stuff has been going on. Both academically and personally. Not that I am failing anything, it's just that, it's just been a crazy time. So I figured that for this edition I would focus on the very park that was the inspiration for this particular radio program. What I have planned for you in this edition of Main Street Station is select tracks from the second Walt Disney World park that opened in the Walt Disney World area, EPCOT. What is EPCOT? Well, EPCOT is actually an acronym. EPCOT. Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. It was Walt's official last dream before his untimely death in 1967. It was a vision for a realm of the future, of convenience, a new way of life. So, in this edition of Main Street Station, we will be looking at EPCOT for the next 2 weeks, including this one, in their respective areas. This week, we will be looking and listening at Future World. And then next week, we will start to go around the world in the other side of the park, which is World Showcase. But for now, let us focus on Future World. Our first order of business, in terms of music, will be the park's icon itself, Spaceship Earth. We're going to take a listen to Tomorrow's Child, which is no longer heard in Spaceship Earth, sadly, but this was around the time when Walter Cronkite was the narrator of this particular attraction for EPCOT. Please keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside at all times. Smoking and eating and drinking is permitted, depending on where you're listening to this. And if you have any small children, please watch them. You're listening to WMVL Radio The Pulse. I am Nick Barbera, and this is Main Street Station. EPCOT has, the best music in terms of relaxation. Apparently, when it rains in the park, rather than water just simply dripping down the Spaceship Earth, it doesn't fill up Spaceship Earth either, so no one drowns or anything scary like that. But what does happen is that there is a kind of drainage system where the rain goes through the structure of the giant ball, and then it ends up being drained at the I think the little lagoon that's in the middle of EPCOT. I think that's where it ends up. But so in case you're having a rainy day at Walt Disney World's EPCOT and you're not noticing water dripping from the rim of Spaceship Earth, then that's why. Disney thinks of everything, which I think is really, really nice. David Arkenstone also helped do the iconic theme for the Innoventions area in EPCOT Center. And it's the famous tune that you hear when you're walking through that area. So if you ever wondered what that catchy tune was called, it's simply the Innoventions theme by David Arkenstone. My favorite theme out of all of the Walt Disney World area music. Yeah, every time I go to EPCOT, when I hear this piece convinces me that I'm in EPCOT. I mean, the big Spaceship Earth also gave it away, but this convinces me that I am there, and it's home. It is home. Look at this. It's already dark out. And it's 5:17. It's what It's what saving daylight's time. Daylight savings time does to you. It makes you think it's like midnight, but it's not. That's the weird thing. How do I look? Poor Jack, he's just like, oh my god, no. What's this? There's something over my eyes. Headphones. What are these doing over my eyes? Oh! Oh no! Oh! Oh look, I can see again! Oh, I forgot to turn my phone on. See if there's any texts that come my way! Alright, 2 back-to-back tracks from the Living Seas Pavilion. Grab shell, dude! Crush is like, I want him to be my roommate for college next year. He seems like a really chill dude. Like, I just love him. Time to grab shell, cause it's the EAC! Okay, anticlimactic EAC. Michael Bolton. In the big blue world, we're ready to go. Next on our list is the Land Pavilion. Let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine above. Listen to the land, listen to the land. But the most popular attraction that currently resides in the Land Pavilion is Soarin'. I guess the lights went off in the booth. Awkward. This is the Imagination Pavilion. The pavilion stars this adorable little purple dragon named Figment, and he is your guide through the Imagination Institute for the many senses of the imagination that includes sight, sound, smell, touch, and taste. So what I'm going to play is the theme of the pavilion itself, arguably the theme of EPCOT itself, One Little Spark. You're listening in on Main Street Station, a walk through the Disney parks. I am your Disney DJ, and prepare your imaginations. That was a little goofy. Man, I'd give anything to go back to this attraction in its golden days. I'm sure that in person it was very, very beautiful to watch. I want to go to the original so badly, but I can't because, you know, that's impossible. Unless I go back in time. I gotta contact Doc Brown. And I met the guy who was one of the original Dreamfinders. Ron Schneider. Who is an amazing man. He, again, was one of the original Dreamfinders, and he has a vast knowledge of, like, what catches people's attention at theme parks. And he knows what's right, what's wrong, what they should have, what they shouldn't have, and stuff like that. He's just a great man. And you could read about it in his book. Right up there. There are many copies that are available on Amazon, so be sure to get it while you can. It's a really great book, and it's great to talk with him in person. The Energy Pavilion is obviously the place where you learn all about the uses of energy in our ecosystem and whatnot, but what is most famous about the pavilion is the scene with the dinosaurs. And next to that, in terms of popularity, is that the fact that the pavilion itself is now hosted by Ellen DeGeneres. Hi. What's up? Thank you. You coming in? You can come in if you want.
Do you have like your own Disney?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
Thank you.
They have a talk radio on here.
Well, yeah, you should. Don't you love it when guests come over? It's the best. Okay, almost there. Almost heard the end. What we're going to listen to first is a piece called Behind the Waterfall, which was done by David Lanz and Paul Spear. I wonder where Lewis is. He's always like, he's never here. This particular song, again, it feels like it just feels like a Disney World song. I don't even know why. It's just one of those things where you listen to it and it's like, oh yeah, Disney. Hey, Lewis. You think you could catch me? My camera is there for that, my friend. You will never get me.
Damn.
Ah!
Hey, you can play more songs if you want.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, like, it's 5:57. What if, like, the board members have my head for, like, going over the time? Come on, I can't do that.
Track songs. Track songs. Track songs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Suppose I have time for a couple more. And I think outside of our closing song, which I will play in just a few seconds, that just about does it for our first half of our EPCOT Center special here on Main Street Station. Our second half will focus on going around the world because we will be focusing on the World Showcase area of. This was a song that was from a former attraction where Mission Space is now, and that particular attraction was simply known as Horizons. And here is our closing song, New Horizons, to give you a good feeling on the future and what it may or may not will be. But mostly maybe. You are listening to WMVL Radio The Pulse. This has been another installment of Main Street Station, a walk through the Disney parks. I am your Disney DJ, Nick Barbera, and I hope to see you real soon. 15 seconds left. Oh my goodness! Transition. Smooth transition. Watch this. That does it right there. Okay, that just about does it. Goodbye.